Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm from Momiji Savings Studios. So this is a 5-week month, so I don't have any cash stuffing to do this weekend. So rather than me sitting here on my own, I thought I'd bring you along on my working out for next month. So for this week, it's here. We've done some food shopping, car packing. ChatGPT came out late. I thought it was over here, but it's actually down here. Excuse me. My iCloud came out in New Zealand dollars. I bought a Bible and a missal for church, and I went for a walk in the Queenwood Reserve, which is what we used to call Dinmore Woods, to see the bluebells. And the parking's gone from $2.50 to $2.70 an hour. I'd had a no spend on Wednesday, no spend on Thursday, no spend yesterday. My storage locker has actually come out, and that's for New Zealand. And then tomorrow is Sunday. My pay has actually come into my bank. The way it works is it comes into my bank as a payment, but it doesn't actually go into my account until payday. So they have taken tax out from me. And my tax is over $400 a month. So yeah, it is what it is. So now I know that my wages will be around $2,600 a month. So this month I got £2,603.22. I didn't have any mileage to put in because I'm not doing much mileage. My base is actually 30 miles away from my home. So any mileage I do before 30 miles in a day, I'm not able to claim. And I don't really want to go to work and then claim mileage after that because it just defeats the object. And so far this month, I haven't had to put any diesel in the car. I'm down to half a tank because I was off sick. And then yesterday, my visits locally, I walked, and the day before, what did I do the day before? I think I walked for one visit and drove for the other. So I am trying to be economical with my driving. Anyway, so if we go over here, I've been able to put my wages in. I got £20 from Vinted. Left over in the bank before I get paid is £61.92. I still have rent to come in on the 30th here, and I do have an extra mortgage payment. I've got YouTube still to come out as well. So my New Zealand bits can't be finished yet. I've still got 3 payments to come out. My pension only got 100 this month. Nothing went to bonus bonds. Diesel, I'm wondering if I put diesel in this month or next. I might actually leave it this month again, and then start next month and just fill her up. Petrol seems to be holding between 188 and 193. So I just think it's just going to go up and down, up and down. New Zealand's expenses, that's what I'm going to take you through the process of. We've got the amount now that we're going to roughly earn. So this month I'm going to look at re-budgeting my budget for a bit so that I can maybe pay off some of the dental debts. Cash stuffing has gone as planned. This is 4 weeks. I was going to do 5 weeks, but I decided to add some more into Scotland, into the big budget meetup, and also pay £100 off towards my dentist. So this is finished. Then here, these are the extra. It's not extra debt. It's actually unbudgeted spends. Google Ads wasn't budgeted. Food, I spent 180 something. So I think I'll probably spend another 20 on Monday just to get some odd bits for the week. Pharmacy, I bought a thermometer when I was sick and medicines, so that was $54.33 unbudgeted. My hotel was unbudgeted, which was $104.99, and the books, the Bible and the missal was $38.04. What I haven't put on here is the dentist, which is also an unbudgeted spend, which was $409 and 10p. In that food budget is also my coffee, which, it's so nice to have a real coffee in the morning, I can't tell you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up for May here, and then, and that will be this weekend's video, just show you my process really. And then I'm going to do another video of cash condensing, and I'll put that up on Wednesday so that you get still 2 videos this weekend. So the first thing I do is I put the dates in. So the 1st of May starts on this Friday coming. So what I do then is I transfer. So then I transfer over some bills. So mortgage last came out on the 30th. So 2 weeks after the Thursday is 2 weeks here. So we've got the mortgage here, which is going up in June because I've refixed for a year, and I'm going to try in the year to pay a lot off. So the interest is variable, and then we have 2 more weeks, which is $770, and then interest. So these payments are covered by the rent on my house. I do have a rates bill coming out, and that's coming out on the 21st. So that's what you call council tax here, and that's $727.77. So I've already set that automatic payment to come out. That isn't covered in my mortgage, not my rent, so that's what I have to pay out for my own money. So I've been putting across. RCN comes out on the 1st, so that's my Royal College of Nursing fee, and that's $17.01. That's a direct debit. Google Ads, I didn't do any this month. My iPhone, my phone number in New Zealand and my email address comes out on the 7th, so that's phone bill, and that's $11.95. And then we've got Netflix on the 10th. So I have been binge watching ER, and I don't think I've ever seen these series. I'm up to now season 9. Dr. Green is gone. Dr. Romano's lost his arm, which is getting a bit tedious because he just won't stop. And yeah, the storyline's getting a bit, so I'm not sure how much I'll watch, but or I might just stop watching it and then go to something else. But I'm addicted. Seriously, I've not watched any budgeting videos this week, this week. I've worked really hard this week and done 2 weeks work in 1 week. I'm a lone worker, nobody covers my work when I'm not around. So that was really busy. I did quite a few extra hours, which is fine. It sort of swings and roundabouts. So we've got mortgage, rent, RCN phone, Netflix. So we want ChatGPT, which is around, well, it said 20th there. I'm not sure. I'm going to put it back to the 11th because it's usually around Netflix, but it changes. So ChatGPT. So ChatGPT helped me with my CV and covering letter for New Zealand work. I'm starting now. Looks like there's been massive cutbacks in health since I've been away. So yeah, ChatGPT has also helped me make another savings challenge. So that's good. iCloud comes out on 21st at $16.99. YouTube is on the 28th. Best money I spend, and that's gone up, so that's $22.99. Payday is the 27th of each month, so payday will be a Wednesday. What else is there? Storage King is the 25th. that's where all my stuff is, and that I haven't had another letter to put that up yet, but I think it's April, May time it might go up. Right, so that's that. So let's do the exciting thing. So on the 1st, my New Zealand friend is here for the day. On the 24th, 22nd, I go to Scotland. And on the 29th, I go to Manchester for BBMU. I cannot wait. Quote of the month: enjoy escapes. Let's do enjoy escapes this month. So my friend is in Canada at the moment. She left New Zealand a few days ago. Luckily they got out because there was a state of emergency in their city. But the planes were taking off the day that she left, so that was good. And what else is going on here? I think that's about it. To be transferred there. So how's everybody doing? It's a 5-week month, so some people do have extra money put aside for a 5-week month. I did, but I chose to do something different. Okay, so we're going to turn this over. So in here we have my wages from the UK, which we are now budgeting to 1,600. We have side hustles. I do need to put some things up. Left in bank. And then we have rent from New Zealand. And then we have transfers from the UK. What else did I put here? I'm sure there's 3 lines. Can't find it. There we go. No, we just do those. So transfers each month, there's no budget for that. Side hustle, there's no budget, and left in bank, there's no budget allocated. For rent, we try to expect $2,039.08. Okay, mortgage is our first expense here, and that's $770 for budget. It's going to go up to $800, but the interest is going to come down. So what that means is I'll be paying more of my principal off. Interest at the moment is around the 80, but we budget at 100, and we have 2 payments a month because I pay fortnightly, which means I pay 26 payments a year, which gives me a little more of my principal. We've got the phone, which comes out at $11.95. We've got iCloud at $16.99. YouTube at $22.99. Storage at $2.80. And so last month, this in April, we've got an extra payment. New Zealand expenses. So New Zealand expenses this month are 700 and. Do you know what? I'm going to look it up. I can't look it up. How can I look it up? I'm going to go into my laptop and just get out the bill. Oh, watching the bubbly stuffer here. Right, I'm just going to find inboxes and the bill, because I just want to get the amount right. So it was $727.77. Cool. That was easy. And that's the last payment for this year. And then I think our rates have had a 6.5% increase, which isn't great. So that's my New Zealand things that I need to budget for this month. My UK things that I need to budget for is Netflix at $5.99, and we have Chat GPT at $7 a month. Mum, I'm paying $100 again too. I think it's really interesting to watch people's process sometimes. I hope it's not too boring for you. RCN is 17. I'm just going to put £17. Diesel gets £100 budget. Spending this month gets £160. That's coming useful. Allowance, I spin this usually before I get it. That's an extra £100 to spend on anything. So last month went towards Lavina, the month before went towards the grandkids' presents, and then packing. We are experiencing packing issues, so £25 goes there. I think that's it. Annual savings, we have bonus bonds, and I'm hoping to put some in there this month because I couldn't last month. Actually, that's 100. Hang on. So that's 100, and pension, and said is going to get 100 this month as well because it got 100 last month, so we'll get 100 this month. So that's those, and then we have sorry, I just knocked you. So now we're going to have the variables, as in cash stuffing. So we've got flights, and that is definitely still getting 300 a month, and the emergency fund is getting 80. The grandkids will definitely get 100, and so if you see here, I've broken down things. So what I'm going to do is work out my budget and work out what we need. So we definitely need to continue with Christmas, which is 20 a month, and birthdays. I know it's not very much, but it will do. That's my birthday, so it's not birthdays. It comes out of this allowance, I think. Registration, I'm just going to do that for another couple of months, and then I'm going to stop because I think that's going to be fully funded. And then we've got hobbies, which I owe. So hobbies, let's have a look, see how much I owe, because I'm actually just going to budget that in so I can pay back the debt this month. Hobbies. So we've got 20 and we owe 70, so 50. So I'm going to put 50 into hobbies. Excuse me, 50, and that will clear that. And then that's back to square one next month. Then clothing and beauty, we want to continue with those. Clothing and beauty, that's 40 each. And then binders, so the binders is the one we're going to find out. So I'm going to now add this up with you. And so in my English income, we've got 2,600, and we pay out $5.99, 7, 100, 17, 100, 160, 125 equals. So that's total of 514.99. And we're going to take 2,600 minus 514.99 equals. So we're left with £2,085.01. So then this here totals 300. So we're going to minus 300 equals 1,785.01. Do you know what I'm thinking is I need a food budget, don't I? Because I use my £40 a week to buy some food, some cafes. Like this week, what have I done this week? I bought lunch yesterday. I put some money in the church. I bought an ice cream. I bought chocolate. Yeah, I bought a bit. So yeah, it might be worth me looking at maybe possibly adding a food budget to my expenditure. £660. So £660. We're just going to write that here, £660. Because the other thing, so there's two things going on here, is once I know my figures, what's left here after that, and after my expenses, I then need to decide how much I'm putting across to New Zealand, how much I'm putting in binders, which is my Rocking Witch binder, and my, the Rocking Witch binder, I think that binder relates to, because most of the other things are covered. Yeah, so that's the Rocking Witch binder. I need to find out how much I can afford to go across. So if we take this figure down here, which was 1785.01 minus 660 equals, we've still got 1,000 left. So the extra debt here is dentist, which is 410. Okay, so we want to minus 410 equals 715. We then need to look at what we spent unbudgeted last month. So unbudgeted was 200 on food, which sounds a bit excessive, but yeah, basically I'm having to buy all my things. Pharmacy, I'm not going to spend anything on pharmacy. Hotels, I've got trips booked for this month, but I do need to book a hotel for Worcester because in June I'm doing a course, a 2-day course, and I want to stay overnight. And then I'm going to go to Leicester from Worcester, so I need 2 nights in Leicester. So I've got 3 nights accommodation, which what I might do is maybe put £100 across. Well, actually, I need to pay this off my credit card, so let's put a hotel here of 1110 because that went on the credit card. So that leaves me with 605. My books are all thing. Dentist is paid for. Books, I won't be buying 2 Bibles. Accommodation, pharmacy, I won't be buying food. So let's have a look. We've only got 605 and I still haven't put anything to New Zealand yet. So food and then binders. So binders last month got 200. So what I'm going to do is look at my binders because Scotland is this month and also BBMU. I wanted to put 500 across to New Zealand because this basically is the other 500 here. So what we're going to do is make this a 0 budget this month. So we've got New Zealand expenses, and we're going to put 500. We're going to put 100 here and 0 there. Oh no, because that's done. No, hang on. So what we need to do is add, because that's been taken into account. Okay, so sorry, yeah, I rubbed it out. I should have just added the 500 to whatever was here. But so fast forward if you don't want to watch me do this again. So that's 1,001,499 minus 2,600 equals. So we have 1,585 and 1. And we're going to put that in 1,585 1 minus 300. So that's 1285.01. This is 520. So that leaves 760 minus 660 equals. So we're going to put £100 into there. Actually, I need to, in here, and I'm not actually going to add it up, but what I've just realised is that there is some money left in the bank account. So we had £61.92 left there. But I'm actually probably going to transfer that to the credit card. Right, so 660. So this is 760. Minus 760 equals. Right, that's not right. Okay, so we started off with 2,600. We're going to take away 1,014.99 equals. So that leaves us with 1,585.01. Then we're going to take away 300, and that leaves us with 1,285.01. We're then going to take away 760 equals, and that's going to leave us with 525.01. And then we're going to minus 520, and that leaves us with £5.01 left. So I think roughly that's how we're going to play it. And I think last month, going back to last month, we're not going to put any diesel in this week. We're going to do it next week. And we did put 1,000 across to New Zealand last month. Parking so far is 1925. I'm not sure if I'm going to go parking anywhere. And yeah, I did get a bit of expenses. So this should add up quite well in terms of it'll be over, but then I'll pay the credit card off because I've taken the hotel and the dentist across. And I've already paid 100 off the dentist, so that will cover the pharmacy and the books. And then there is this food overspend. So when I do my consolidation next time, you'll be able to see how this comes out. So this is how I really work out my budget. I am trying to do a zero budget. And we've got £5 left this month, which is a bit tight, but the rates will be covered by the New Zealand expenses going across, so that's good. So when we do the transfer from the UK, this will be $500 here. So, and I think it's a 5-week month this month for rent. So even though I did get a reduced payment last week, for the first 2 weeks of the month, I'll get a bit extra because there's 3 weeks of rent to come in. So that should be good. So this should hopefully be covered. So yeah, so I need to put this as 500 here. So we're going to transfer 500. Oh no, that can't be 500 quid because when I transfer it's totally different. So I wonder how I record that. Let's have a look. Transferred nothing. I think I put nothing and then I just put the what it is when it goes over. Let's have a look. April, yeah. So transferred, that will go in here. So it'll give me what it should be. Yep. And then if we transfer it, so there isn't any budget for it, but it's what I can afford to go over. So the dentist is covered from the money I would normally put across to New Zealand. The binders are going to get 100, so that's got to be divided between Big Budget Meetup, Scotland, and yeah, so that's quite good because that binders that will be those two money in there because I've got most of it here. Right, so I think that's it. What else do I do? I think that's all I do, and then my next budget, my next video, I'll put up. It goes back here. So what I do next is the savings breakdown. So maybe I'll fill this in with you now, and then my next video will show me doing it. So what I do is I go back to the previous one. I have taken some of the pages out of this because they're too big. As you can see, I've done all the different colours, and actually it's quite hard to look at it. So what I thought I'd do is I'd choose a colour for names, colours for start balances, colour for end balances, and colour for difference. And the difference will be cash back to the bank and cash staying, because that's where I went really wrong last time. So let's do that then. So we've got clothes, health, beauty, hobbies or crafts. And I noticed I'm flicking by my microphone, apologies. Emergency fund, NZ flights, Pixel Perfect, primary challenge. They got a little bit this month because I was off sick and didn't spend any money. Pond life, birthday, Christmas, retirement, Scotland, BBMU, feed me, that's a savings challenge, halos and horns. Oh, that's finished. That's finished. Sugar Rush, that's also finished. That's actually health, so we'll take that one off because it's finished. And there's a new one in there, but also it's health binder. Grandkids, registrations. Yeah, and halos and horns is gone, but it's actually been replaced. And I can't remember what it's called. So it's got a new challenge. Oh no, wrong one. It's got a new challenge in it, but the money stays there. So it's called Angel Numbers. So I'm going to write Angel numbers in here. Right, so that's that pen. Let's find another pen. Should we do green? So the start balances. April's. We're doing April now. March. So the start balance on clothes was 50. The start balance on health would have been Sugar Rush, which is 46. Beauty was 85, and I've booked my hair appointment, and it's the 11th of June. Hobbies has got nothing. Emergency fund had 380. New Zealand flights had 620. Pixel Perfect had 108. Primary Challenge had 183. Don't know how that got 183. Primary Challenge. Pond Life 96. Birthday and Christmas is 30. Retirement has 485 gone across. Scotland had 215. BBMU had 220. Feed Me had 38. Angel Numbers had 44. Grandkids had 165. And registrations had 20. So that's that done. So what I'm going to do is put the end balance in here and the difference, and then what I'm going to do is maybe put a line down here with a ruler. I'm going to put a line down here. What colour should we do? Pink. And the line will be and that will be the difference, and this will be to the bank. So that will be what the difference is in the cash and non-cash, and then this will be what goes back to the bank, and then we won't get confused. So that will be great. So this is me and what I do with my budget. I think I've got it worked out where everything's going to go. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing you next week with week 1 of May's cash stuff. And May is such an exciting month. I've got a best friend from New Zealand coming, and I'm going to spend a whole day with her in the evening. And then I've got BBMU and Scotland, which will be fantastic. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now.